People believe that if they had more motivation, they could achieve anything in the world. If they had more motivation, I would have had my dream car. It's just that I'm not always motivated. But no, it's not your lack of motivation that is killing you. It's your lack of identity. You don't have an identity. Who you are, what you do, they define you at your core. And if you don't have an identity, you're going to realize that motivation can only take you so far. Motivation can only take you so far, and identity is what makes you stick to the plan. Motivation is, oh, I'm ready to get the work done. Identity is, okay, I'm ready to stay and stick. This is who I am at my core, and nobody's going to take that away from me. One thing I want people to realize is that motivation can only maybe take you the first 2 days of your new goals or your new plan. Motivation takes you the first 2 days of your new goals, your new plan. Identity is what makes it stick. Identity is what makes it stay. Okay, this is who I am. This is what I want to be. This is who I want to be. For example, can you build a house on a sand? No, it needs a foundation. It needs solid foundation. That's the same thing with motivation. If you're this day you're like, oh, I'm motivated, oh, let me get the work done. Tomorrow you're not motivated, nothing happens. If you build a house on the sand, today it stays, tomorrow it falls, today it rises again, tomorrow it falls. That's the same thing with motivation. Today motivation comes, and when it's not there, like, okay, when it comes again, I'll get to work. But having an identity is what makes it say, okay, I'm staying with this person, I'm gonna be this person. Throughout last year, I noticed that maybe some of the goals that I wasn't able to achieve was because I had a wrong intuition or identity towards them. Somebody saw me last year, and the person was like, "Oh, I see you. You're a content creator. But do you create content? I think I've seen your work. Do you create content?" Guess what I flipping said? No, I'm not a content creator. Why? Because I didn't have the identity. I didn't have the identity that, okay, I am a content creator. This is what I do. I create content for this kind of people. I didn't have the identity. I was identified with somebody else. So when somebody asked me, is this who you are? I was like, no, this is not who I am. The same thing with your goals. If your goals this year are, I want to make money or I want to take my fitness goals seriously, let's start with the different categories of goals. I have you have a fitness goal or you have spiritual goal. Maybe your goal this year is maybe to read the Bible more. And if somebody asks you, okay, do you read the Bible or do you even have a Bible? What do you say? No, I don't. No, I don't read the Bible. No, I don't have a Bible. Why? Why? Identity sticks. Identity sticks. If you identify as your goals, I feel like everybody says this on the internet, but like it's just the truth. Like as generic as it sounds, I feel like I've watched so many videos by saying this exact same thing that I'm about to say. But like as generic as it sounds, it's just the truth. Your identity is what's going to make you attract all those goals that you want. Your identity is what is going to make you attract all these goals that you set for 2026. 2026, everybody wants it to be a bright year for them. Everybody wants to get ahead of the game. Everyone wants to make the bag. Physical goals, check. Spiritual goals, check. Mental goals, check. Academic goals. Everybody's setting their goals, and let me tell you, do you have to make a difference this year? Let me tell you, you have to make a difference this year. And how do you make that difference? Is by actually sticking with the identity of your goals. Sticking with the identity of your goals. Nobody's going to be coming to you and asking you, okay, what do you do for a living? Or and then you're not aligning with your goals. Nobody's going to do that. Okay, nobody on my channel is going to play that. That is self-sabotage. Simply as it is, that is self-sabotage, and you are literally just sabotaging yourself. How do you make your identity sticks? How do you get an identity to stick? Or how do you get your goals to stick, basically? Because your identity are your goals and your goals is your identity. How do you get your identity to stick? Number one, ask yourself, who do you want to become this new year? What kind of traits do you want to see yourself? What skills do you want to learn this year? You can get a journal and do this. I advise you get a journal and do this. What do you see in your, what do you where do you see yourself? What do you want to see in yourself? Who are you at your own, at your simplest form? Who are you at your simplest form? I want you to ask yourself all these questions. Two, I want you to make a whole heading of, and just title that heading, my identity for 2026. I want you to title that heading as my identity for 2026, and then you start writing your goals and then shaping them into an identity. E.g., if your physical goals this year is I want to lose, it's always the same goal every year anyway. So I want to lose weight. That's people's major goal. I want to lose weight. So I am a person that weighs so weight your desired weight, or two, I am a healthy person. It may not be to lose weight, maybe you just want health and wellness at the core. You basically personalize it into identities at its core. I am this person, I am this person, I am a content creator. I don't live paycheck to paycheck. I am financially free. All your goals, I want you to now make it into an I am statement, an identity based statement at your core, or at whatever your goals is. Just make sure that you are able to turn them into an I am or an identity statement that says I am this person, I am that person. Everybody needs to do that. You need to get your journal and go and do that now, so that all the goals, it's not be that we're starting a new year, another goal, another day, another grind, another sleep. No, 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 yeah, we're not doing that this year. This year we're going to lock in. We're going to be strict. We're going to run a strict program, and we're going to follow our identity to its core. We're going to align with our goals. Nobody's coming to you and asking, oh my god, are you this girl that has a very strict self-management routine? And you're saying, oh no, I'm just this and this and that. But on your board, we have self-management all over it. But then if they ask you, oh, do you have a self-management routine? You're saying, no, you don't do that. We are running a strict program this year. Do not do that. After you've taken a journal out and you've written all your I am statements, you now begin to take action. I believe in affirmative words too much. In fact, I do believe in affirmative words, especially for people that didn't really grow up with a lot of affirmation and like self-affirmation or parent affirmation or validation. You get, I believe in affirmative words. But action, 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 action. You have to take action. You have to take action. You cannot be writing I am, or I did it, I am not doing anything about it. You have to take action, even smallest step, even baby steps, tiny baby steps into your big ground goal. I'm sure everybody this year is scared and like, oh, would this year be like next year? How is this year gonna feel like? This and that. I promise you, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good if you stick to the plan, if you have an identity, and of course this is in God's hands. It's going to be good. I promise you. You have to take action. If not, it's going to be the same repeat of last year. It's going to be the same repeat of last year playing out in a more glorified form. And if you don't want that to be your case, you have to take action. You have to take action towards the goal, or else the goal is just going to be dreams. It's going to be, oh, I want to have this. Or if you're taking action little by little every single day, you would realize that the goal is very much, and in fact super possible, and it is not as far as you think it is. Consistency, again, another generic word that I feel like everybody says on the internet, but consistency. You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent, and then I promise you 2026 is going to be a great year. 2026 is going to be a great year. So thank you very much for watching this mini app over self identity and motivation, and how motivation can only take you so little far, while identity at its core is gonna be the thing that makes this year different from last year. So get yourself an identity. Whatever your goals are, make it an identity today. And I promise you, it's not gonna be the same and you're gonna have a beautiful year ahead. Thank you and have a lovely new year. Happy New Year.